On MCL News this morning, President Buhari attends Russia-Africa Summit in Sochi. Federal government signs deal with renewable energy investors. Minimum wage. MCLtv state chairman meets Tuesday. Talks with governors begin. Sports Minister inaugurates AFN committee today. Hello, good morning. Thanks for joining us on MCL News. I am Izzy Nwafo. We sincerely apologize for coming behind schedule. Now the news and details. President Muhammadu Buhari will today, Monday, depart Abuja to attend a 3-day Russia-Africa Summit in Sochi, Russia. The event billed to take place on October 23rd to 25th will focus on exploration and expansion of opportunities in security, trade and investment, science and technology, and gas production between Russia and Africa. A statement by Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, says during the summit, President Buhari will meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin to further strengthen relations between Russia and Nigeria on issues bordering on security, trade and investment. He also said that the meeting will aim at building partnership meant to enhance Nigeria's huge gas potential following Russia's remarkable success in gas exportation. The summit, which will be attended by African heads of states, will bring fresh perspectives on some global issues and challenges such as nuclear technology, energy development, digital transformation, environment, technical security, mining and steel, education, agriculture, infrastructure, and development strategies. It added that an African Business Forum conceived to bring together African and Russian business leaders will be held during the event to enhance Russian investments in Africa and also promote African businesses' interest in the host country. Shehu said that the president will be accompanied to Russia by governors Muhammad Inuwa Yahaya Gombe, Bello Mutawale Zamfara and Kayode Fayemi Ekiti. Others accompanying the president are the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyama, Minister of Trade and Investment, Adeniyi Adebayo, Minister of Mines and Steel Development, Olamilekan Adebite, and Minister of State Petroleum, Timothy Silva. The World Bank has agreed to give Nigeria a $3 billion loan for the expansion of the transmission and distribution facilities of the power sector. Newsmail reports that Zainab Ahmed, the Minister of Finance, made this known on Sunday while addressing journalists on the activities of Nigeria at the annual meeting of the International Monetary Fund, IMF, and World Bank Group. This financing will cover the gap between the current tariff and the actual cost of generating electricity, she said. She added that it will also enhance our ability to pay previous obligations in the sector that has crystallized so that investors in the sector can go on with expanding investments in the sector. Speaking further, Ahmed said the loan will be released in 4 tranches of $750 million each, and there is room for the loan to be expanded to $4 billion. According to the minister, a team from Nigeria will visit the World Bank in April 2020 to get approval for the release of the first tranche of the loan. The Managing Director, Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Usman Gore, says that the federal government, in collaboration with international donor agencies, has set aside over $1.61 billion to ensure constant power supply in the country. Gore, who is also the Chief Executive Officer of the TCN, revealed this on Sunday in Kano while briefing newsmen at the Kumboso Power Substation. He said that the projects will be carried out under the Transmission Rehabilitation Expansion Program as they are rehabilitating and expanding 20,000 megawatts by 2022 across the country. He noted that the federal government has already earmarked about 32 billion naira to compensate Nigerians whose lands, houses, and farms could be affected by the right of way to create power lines for the execution of the project. The total amount that they are going to pay for compensation across the country is about 32 billion naira, and the total project cost is $1.61 billion. The project will be supported by various international donors. The compensation for right of way from Kumbaso substation to Zagara will cost about 3 billion naira, though not validated yet. The federal government has signed agreements with several renewable energy investors under the World Bank funded Nigeria Electrification Project (NEP) to provide grants for power projects. Present at the signing of the deal, which took place at the weekend at Sheraton Hotel, Abuja, were officials of international donor agencies and the Rural Electrification Agency (REA). The deal provides an output-based form (OBA) for the sale of solar home systems to homes and businesses in Nigeria, and the performance-based grant (PBG) for the deployment of mini-grids to undeserved and underdeserved communities. Following a thorough procurement process, the first 6 companies to be signed to the OBF are A4&T Integrated Services Limited, Solar Systems Nigeria Limited, Test-Light Power Solutions Limited, Lumos Nigeria, Greenlight Planet, Smarter Grid International, and Solar Energy. With these grants, the companies will play a major role in enabling the NEP Solar Home Systems (SHS) component to achieve its goal of electrifying 1 million Nigerian households in 5 years using renewable energy solutions. On the other hand, PowerGen Renewable Energy has signed for the PBG under the NEP mini-grids component. Under this partnership with REA, PowerGen will deploy mini-grids to Wokata Community, Niger State. Mini-grids component's head, Lolade Abiola, is to head the project that targets the provision of reliable and affordable electricity to 300,000 homes and 30,000 local businesses with mini-grids. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, says that a committee has been set up to implement the recommendations approved by President Muhammadu Buhari on tackling hate speech and fake news. Mr. Mohammed, who disclosed this during a meeting with online journalists in Lagos on Sunday, said that hate speech and fake news are the silent twins of evil, and no responsible government will sit by and allow such to rule the airwaves. He called on online publishers to support the national campaign and fight the menace which he claimed is getting worse. Mohammed gave the highlights of the approved recommendations, which includes independence of the NDC from political interference in the exercise of its regulatory powers, upward review of fines from 500,000 naira to 5 million naira for breaches related to hate speeches. He added that the committee has been tasked to end the issue of monopoly in the broadcast industry, and no amount of coordinated attack will whittle down the implementation of the recommendations. Acting Director General, National Identity Management Commission (NIMC), Hadiza Dagabana, says every Nigerian is eligible for the issuance of the National Identity Number (NIN) free of charge, irrespective of age. Dagabana, who said this in an interview with newsmen in Abuja, stated that the NIN is a prerequisite for every Nigerian and legal residents in order to access government services. According to Dagabana, the National Identification Number does not have expiry dates, adding that it is only when a person dies that the number will be rested in a soft database for such person. She also noted that for the under-16 registration, parents and guardians must present their NIN and their children's birth certificate before the children or wards could be enrolled and issued NIN. Dagabana advised Nigerians to seize the opportunity to get registered, adding that NIN had many social benefits, which included access to government services. Currently, they are registering from 164 locations in Nigeria, both their offices and some special centers where they collaborate with federal and state governments, including some service providers. We have our officials there to enroll Nigerians, and it is free of charge. When you enroll, the first thing you get is the National Identification Number, NIN, she explains. Former Governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi, will chair and deliver the keynote as People's Democratic Party (PDP) Governors Forum holds its 2019 edition of the Internally Generated Revenue (IGR) Summit in Abuja. A statement by the organizing committee signed by Patrick Okon said the summit holds October 30th to 31st at the Bond Hotel Stratton, formerly Protea Hotel, Asokoro, Abuja. The theme is the imperatives of developing internally generated revenue options for state governments in a recessed economy. It will feature key resource persons and finance experts with tested knowledge and transfer experience drawn from the IGR and finance sector. They will deliver thought-provoking papers and case studies to address and proffer enduring and sustainable solutions, aside crafting fresh ideas for the development generation. Also to be discussed is effective application of digital formats to improve internally generated revenue strategies and platforms in the states and local government areas in a recessed economy. Participants will be drawn from commissioners of finance, trade and investments, budget and economic planning, tourism, local governments and chieftaincy affairs, National and State Assembly Committee chairmen on local government. The inputs will generally provide statutory and parliamentary backing for the major determinants and considerations on IGR resources, SSAs on trade and investments, economy, finance and revenue generation, LGA chairmen and secretaries and heads of state boards of internally generated revenue and senior executive engaged in the development and management of rural economy, amongst others. The event will be attended by Governor of Bayelsa State and Chairman of PDP Governors Forum, Sarah Dixon, and National Chairman of the PDP, Prince Uche Secondus. Several other speakers, faculty members, and renowned IGR and finance experts and consultants drawn from related agencies have been penciled down for the different sessions. The event is managed by Mrs. Red Sapphire Nigeria Limited, an integrated marketing communications company. State chairman of the Nigeria Labour Congress will on Tuesday tomorrow meet in Enugu to discuss modalities to be adopted for negotiations on consequential adjustments of the new minimum wage with various state governments. This meeting is coming after the conclusion of talks between organized labor and the federal government. The chairman of the Kwara State NLC, Issa Ore, who disclosed this in an interview with newsmen on Sunday, said the meeting will produce guidelines for negotiations of the adjustments in various states. He said that the chairman of the NLC in the 36 states have scheduled a meeting for Enugu on Tuesday, where they are going to discuss modalities which they will adopt for negotiations of the new minimum wage for their members in each state. Issa added that they are going to start negotiations with the state governments when they return from the meeting. Also, his Enugu state counterpart, Virginus Mobodo, confirmed the meeting in an interview with one of our correspondents, saying, and I quote, "I will be hosting a retreat of all the 36 state chairmen of the NLC in Enugu on Tuesday, and the issues of the minimum wage consequential adjustments will be discussed as they relate to states." End of quote. Still to come on MCL News, parents charged on godly upbringing of their children. SERAP asks EFCC, ICPC to investigate senators, MBAs over job slot scandal. 700,000 national IDs uncollected, says NIMC. Details of these after the break from our Omaha studios. Do stay with us.
not deface Abia State with posters. Do not defecate on our streets. Do not litter Abia State.
My brothers, I say wetin man go do for this world where people no go talk. If you chop,
Do not urinate in public places.
you no chop, then go talk. Wetin make we do for this world? I say make we dey do the things wey we carry for heart. Na so world want am. Abi no be so?
Keep Abia State clean. This message is brought to you by MCLtv.
You're welcome back. At this point, you'll be connecting with our Umaha studios where Chooks AK is standing by with some news reports. Good morning, Chooks AK.
Welcome to Umaha and Chuseke. Parents have been charged to train their children in a godly way. This was the center of the Sunday homily delivered by Reverend King Edwin of Holiness and Faith Church, Umuki, Afaribo, Umaha, on the sidelines of the Children's Day celebration of the church. Reverend King maintained that the children are given godly upbringing as stated in Proverbs chapter 22 from verse 6. The society will be better for it.
Proverb chapter 22 verse 6, right? It says, train up a child in the way he should go. When he's old, he will not depart from it. So train up a child should be one of the major key that every parent should embark on if we want a better society to go.
The Lord also urged parents not to forget their primary responsibility of raising good successors in pursuit of money or their careers. The service featured presentations from the children. The National Identity Management Commission has said it has over 700,000 national EID cards yet to be collected by Nigerians from its offices nationwide. Hadiza Bagabana, the acting Director General National Identity Management Commission, disclosed this in an interview in Abuja. Bagabana urged all concerned applicants who are yet to collect their cards to request for their identity card nationwide or request for its transfer to their new location. She said the Commission has registered over 37 million Nigerians in its national identity database out of over 200 million Nigerians. Bagabana called on enrollees who have changed location in which they registered for the national identification number to apply for the transfer of the national EID card. The NIMC DG called on such persons to visit any NIMC office closest to them to request for a card transfer form which they will fill and submit to the state coordinator or local government supervisor for processing. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project has asked two anti-corruption agencies in the country to investigate claims that federal lawmakers are using their official positions to get job slots from government agencies. The group stated this in a petition dated 18th October 2019 and signed by the Deputy Director Olawale Oluwadari. SEDAP called on the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission to jointly carry out a prompt, thorough, transparent and effective investigation into the allegations. SERAP also urged the anti-corruption agencies to probe allegations as some ministries, departments, and agencies concerning the employment slots at their disposal, with a single slot being allegedly sold for as much as 1.5 million naira. The group urged agencies to prosecute anyone suspected to be involved should they consider there is relevant and sufficient admissible evidence and to make public the outcome of any such investigation. The International Monetary Fund has backed Nigeria's closure of its borders with some neighboring countries over issues bordering on illegal trade. Abebe Selassie, the director of the African Department at the IMF, gave the position at a media briefing on the sidelines of the World Bank and IMF annual meetings in Washington. He was responding to questions on whether the closure negates the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. The American director said the AfCFTA was one of the most exciting policy developments in the region in recent times. Selassie said though free trade was critical to economic growth of the continent, it must be legal and in line with agreements. He said the IMF was hoping for a speedy resolution of the issues as the action was already taking a toll on the economies of the neighboring countries. Recorded on Wednesday, the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, said the borders were closed to curb illegal trading activities by Nigeria's neighbors. Ahmed said the closure will remain in force until the country secure the commitment of its neighbors to trade agreements and treaties signed with them. And that's the side of our package this morning. Let's take you straight back to the studio and back with no one for has the rest of the news bulletin. Thanks for watching and keep seeking.
All thanks to you, Chooks AK. And in sports, the Ministry of Youth and Sports Development, Sunday Dare, will today inaugurate a committee to review the participation of the Athletics Federation of Nigeria (AFN) at the 2019 World Athletics Championships in Doha, Qatar. This is part of measures to forestall a reoccurrence of the challenges that resulted in a poor showing for Team Nigeria at the championship. The inauguration, which is scheduled to hold by 2 p.m. at the Media Center Package A. Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja. In a press statement signed by Olushade Adeshola, the Ministry's Permanent Secretary, will set the terms of reference for the committee. The committee is to investigate the factors responsible for the less than impressive performance of Nigeria's athletes at the championships, as well as the remote and immediate factors responsible for the avoidable disqualification of Blessing Okabari and Divine Oduduru. The committee will also be saddled with the responsibility to make recommendations that will ensure improved performance of Nigeria's athletes at major championships, as well as any other recommendations as may be deemed fit. It should be recalled that the Minister directed the recall of Sunday Adeleye, Technical Director of the AFN, from the championship on the heels of avoidable massive and unacceptable technical and administrative lapses that embarrassed the nation. Nigeria won a bronze medal at the championships courtesy of long jumper Ese Brume, who became the second Nigerian to win a field event medal in the history of the competition. Nigerian senior national male cricket team on Saturday lost by 69 runs to GC in their first Group B match at the ongoing T20 World Cup qualifiers in the United Arab Emirates. In the match played at the Zayed Cricket Stadium in Abu Dhabi, GC posted her highest ever score in a T20 cricket competition with 184 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. Nigeria, however, scored 115 runs for the loss of 7 7 wickets. JC, with superb bowling, made it tough for the debutants Nigerians. They did not hand Nigeria too many loose balls, and the batsmen had to succumb to the pressure. In the end, JC recorded the highest score so far in the competition. Nigeria's next game is today, Monday, against Canada. That's the side of our news package this morning, but before we go, a look at our major stories. President Muhammad Buhari will today, Monday, depart Abuja to attend a 3-day Russia-Africa summit in Sochi, Russia. The federal government has signed agreements with several renewable energy investors under the World Bank-funded Nigeria Electrification Project (NEP) to provide grants for power projects. State chairman of the Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) will on Tuesday meet in Enugu to discuss modalities to be adopted for negotiations on consequential adjustments of the new minimum wage with various state governments. And in sports, the Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Sunday Dare, will today inaugurate a committee to review the participation of the Athletics Federation of Nigeria (AFN) at the 2019 World Athletics Championships in Doha, Qatar. That was the news. Thanks for watching. Please do join us again by 8 a.m. for Good Morning Area. I am Izini Wanfo. Once again, good morning.